like this. Attention. Go.
Okay, we are now on to Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup. PE, as it is affectionately known, the event for schools. Gonzaga College High School on the right of your picture and Bedford School on the left.
Attention. Go.
They're away clean, nice and quick though from Bedford on the left-hand side, the home, the UK nation here. School, but they will know they've got great pedigree here over the last couple of years. Historically very high performing all the way through the PE. Look at the distance that you can see, as I've referred to before, it's all about in eights, just hugging the outside of the lanes here, because as you come out of the end of the island, or particularly for Gonzaga College High School, they start to come into the stream here. So the stream will start to hit you as you're in the middle of the course here. And on the left-hand side, Bedford School, they really want to just be up against the bank, going along as close as you can.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can see that there from Bedford School, doing quite a good job of that actually, staying tight in towards the boom. That Gonzaga College just sort of drifting out in towards the centre of the lane there, but both crews quite tight at the moment. I think that in terms of, as Gary had said, it was Bedford School here who were the home nation, but again with the Princess Elizabeth, a record entry, I believe, of American school crews and international crews across the board. Quite a few coming across to such a fantastic regatta. Can be a really high point in the season for these crews to travel across. And in terms of Gonzaga College, they seem to now be leading Bedford School, so I'm sure that they've not travelled all this way for nothing, have they? Camilla,
they're one of the top American collegiate colleges crews out there this year. I mean, they've just, and if you're going to think about timing your rise right on the day, they seem to have opened up quite a nice start here for this regatta. And Henley Royal Regatta remains a very big event, doesn't it, for all the American crews, whether they're college crews, university crews, school, or club. We tend to get a really good entry. Oh, absolutely, and I think this year has just proved that they've come in full force. The Americans are all here across the board, as you say, from kind of the intermediate events, the school crew events, and even at sort of the top level. In the sort of international, we've got crews here coming from Sydney, from Australia, for the likes of the Grand Challenge Cup, which is the elite level of the eights racing. So it really is across the board, not just in the eights, but also in the smaller boats as well, that we've got international crews travelling. And you can see why, looking at the screen now, Gonzaga College have just kind of taken it down nice and smooth. They've got nothing really to worry about here by the looks of things. Look at that incredible distance here. But again, just mark the cards here. Gonzaga College High School, the crew from the United States of America to watch out for all the British crews for this particular event, this particular year. Absolutely, and I think it'll be interesting to see later on in the week, perhaps if we see this crew at the weekend, if they come up against the likes of the crews at the national schools who have, perhaps medalled, and see how they sort of fare against the top level of British crew in this event. The Princess Elizabeth, always a fantastic event to see how countries compare across the board at this sort of school level. So coming into the general enclosure on the left-hand side, still plenty of people here as we head towards a balmy evening at Henley Royal Regatta. It's day one. The racing has been pretty good here, of a very high standard, and we have still a long way to go towards Sunday afternoon and all those coveted finals. Little look behind him there from Woods Connell in the stroke seat, in the coxswain seat, guiding his crew down here. Knows it's all well done. Just taking it out there. Looked left. Again, one more confirmation that the job had been done, and he's called his crew down. They can just enjoy the paddle in. The paddle in it will be. A little head breeze coming towards the line. No major fireworks in terms of challenging of race records, but we wouldn't expect that on day one.
think that later on this week, dependent on obviously, there's a few things that you have to consider when it comes to, you know, records on the course. You know, the stream plays a big element. Of course, we're against the stream here, which slows the crews down, and the wind, you know, depending on the wind direction. But as you say, day one, probably won't be seeing any of that today just yet. But plenty to come over the next few days, and Bedford School still there, kind of keeping the rate up nice and high. But I think they know that, you know, the crew from Gonzaga have just sort of trailed away from them, but really wanting to sort of push it home past the enclosures.
This is looking like it's going to be an easy verdict, a verdict of more than 5 lengths here. As we look now at Bedford School, strokeman Tom Lusada, they're just gallantly taking it on Matt Lindine in the coxing seat. Knows that it's all over for them. Over the line, Gonzaga College High School, United States of America, make it look very easy indeed.